Hello, everyone. It's me, Song Space for YT, and I'm back after 3 months. I know it's been a while, but there's a reason of why. Mostly because I've been worked off doing stuff for school, and it's really been boring. So there's that. I know it's probably not like the best excuse, but whatever. But I'm finally back, and if you see right behind me, I'm back with another Minecraft build. This time of something I did like sometime in 2023, or was it 2024? Whatever. I remade the original Five Nights at Freddy's 1 location. Again. This time with a mod called Management Wanted. So you might have heard of it, but Management Wanted is like one of the best Minecraft Five Nights at Freddy's mods out there at the moment. So I really just did what I do. Like, I mostly did what I think worked, and yeah. So let's get into it. Showing you the inside of the pizzeria. It's mostly a recreation of the original, like the FNAF movie a little, for the entry. With stuff like a Freddy cutout that represents Into the Pits entry, like with Freddy at one of the doors. I also added like a Celebrity poster and some other FNAF movie posters around. And Let's Eat a neon sign. Mostly because the walls just look boring without it. Continuing on, I mostly just added some booths and stools out here, including with a sign that says open. I also added stuff like gumball machine, and right here, it's mostly like a spot where like like an employee could like check in anyone into the pizzeria. Also, I did add some toys for some of the kids, although there are prizes at the prize corner. Anyways, I did add more cutouts here for mostly like kids that go over here, and then they could just like take a picture with their favorite characters, I guess. But anyways, I mostly did change a lot from the original by adding more seating, a carousel, out of the arcade. Mostly I didn't add it there because it would have just been a little cramped. But continuing on, I did add in a couple stuff. Here's like where people can order, like whatever. Right here's the prize corner that I mostly kind of based it off the original Five Nights at Freddy's, but also added like my own spin on it and like made it a little bit more realistic in a way. Anyways, right here is where like people could go here and sit down, have some pizza, I added a couple fast cans around for some people. Continuing on. I did keep the original 6 chairs here, but I also added like a fake sky, like something like, I don't know how you basically call it, but basically something that was in the original, that was in the FNAF movie. For the stage, I wanted to do something similar to the original FNAF 1, but also added the brick pillars like how it was in the FNAF movie. Speaking of the characters, for Freddy and Bonnie and Chica, Freddy and Bonnie, I mostly went with the FNAF rewritten models, because if you opened up and typed in Fred in the animatronic section, you'll notice that there is a lot of the same character, for the most part. mostly of the original 4 because they're the most popular. For Chica though, I mostly kept the original because I felt like it would have matched more with these two. Continuing on to the arcade, it's pretty small and might be a little cramped. So that was a design flaw in my favor. Although I did add some Fazbear arcade machines and others. This mod really has a lot though, so I'm not complaining. I also added Midnight Motors and whatever this arcade machine is supposed to be. Also, Foxy cardboard cutout that will lead into a Pirate's Cove, which we'll get into that later. Don't worry. Anyways, I did add like a ball pit though. It's one of the most familiar things in the Five Nights at Freddy's series, so there's that. I also added this one door that will lead to somewhere else, but I'll get into that later. Going to Pirate's Cove, I mostly tried to go for like a pirate theme, but at the same time like add some red to represent the character. I did add like a couple Foxy stuff, like a plush, movie posters, and some others, and red tables, obviously. And I think it worked really well. And this is like one of the buildings that had like a window and that stuff. Continuing on, actually before I continue on, for Foxy I mostly went with fnaf 1 Foxy instead of like a fixed version, so there's that. Anyway, for the main office, I mostly, kept it the same, just remove the original solid red poster and replace it with one of the others. I did add some caution signs near the doors, because, they obviously closed. And I also added this one vent that would lead into Pirate's Cove, but, I also added a monitor here for, me to check on where everything is. I can basically just show you everything right here instead. Right now, here's the kitchen. It's pretty small. I'll just get onto the rest later though. But, I also added a tablet, fan wrench, and a book of some sorts here. Basically to tell you what to do, basically. For the hallways, they're mostly the same, although for the left hallway, I added a office right into the corner, and I felt like it would fill up the space here, so there's that. Over here, I also added a supply closet, because it's not in the original, but still. Continuing on to this specific hallway, all I really add was a way to access the garage of some sort, which would also lead to the outside, but I'll get to that sooner or later. Oh, and I did mostly design this to be a way to access every single, for grabbing spare parts and that stuff. I also added a generator function, but right now I'm just gonna show you the rest. I did add other stuff though, like a phone booth. A couple lockers are also here in this hallway, and a board for other stuff. Right here is mostly the kitchen, as you saw in the cam not that long ago. It's a pretty small kitchen, but it works. Right here is the freezer though. All I really did was just add a couple cardboard boxes to make it look like there's actually food in here, because I'm not using any other mods. Although I did use some vanilla blocks in here, a little bit. But that's basically much it. Going through this vent, you can see is the bathrooms. It's mostly the same layout as the original, although, yeah. For the mirror, I mostly went with like blue glass with a window and faucets. For the faucets, I mostly use like these, lights, blocks. You can even open up the bathroom doors, but yeah. I did add like a window here to show, like how some bathrooms may have it. It just leads to the outside, so yeah. For the girls one, it's the same thing. And I also added this one door based on on FNAF Rewritten game, but yeah, I think I'll show you that last. Anyways, the final rooms I really have to show you, besides that secret one, was parts and service. I mostly added like the original head in the Ender 01, but also added like the parts and service animatronic models. It's a shame they don't really change. They don't have any other ones. I did mostly add like parts and stuff and broken down animatronics, such as Sparky and movie Shadow Freddy. I did also add the employees' lounge room in here. It's nothing special, just like a couple of booth, chair, poster, like 2 posters, a table, but 2 tables with one being like a place to have a fan and a lamp, which actually turns off and on, and a TV where I could watch my favorite soap opera. Anyways, down this hallway, it's mostly like almost like a more storage kind of room, like with a couple extra cardboard cutouts, a Freddy poster, some more notes on the wall, a table, chair, and a couple extra lobsters that actually have songs such as, as they sing, including the original FNAF 1 songs and the FNAF movie intro. Also a hand crank, because why not? Anyways, through this door is basically the last and third, office. Sorry. Anyways, I could also check in for the night as well using the laptops that are almost everywhere. And that's where this door leads back to the arcade. For the outside though, I mostly did something completely original, kind of. I went with the design almost like the FNAF movie design, like with the huge, I don't know if you can technically call those pillars, but whatever. I mostly did design this off like how an actual pizza restaurant, like a pizza place would actually look like. I also did add some places for like cars could park, like a parking lot, and some extra tables outside for guests to sit if they're waiting to get a spot. And that's where, I did base this off of the original movie location. Right here's the garage, which I showed you already. I mostly added a couple papers, a Fazbear entertainment sign, and a couple shelves. Right here is supposed to be like a phone booth of some sort, but I might move down to the other side, which, if I show you right now, actually, it's mostly like it's not much. Those are the only 2 windows on this side, and a couple of trash cans and bins over here. Yeah. Probably not my smartest move, but what are you gonna do about it? This is a unfinished build though, so everything is still under construction. Like, I still need to add a couple more things. all I know is that I want to add like a small town over here to make it like a actual place, like an actual map. And I am planning to add the original, like the other locations, like the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 through 6. So I'm already done with FNAF. Well, technically already done with FNAF 1. I just need to do the other locations. Anyways, that would be all for today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!